Hi everyone, how are you all tonight? I am Stone, the fun adventurer from the Diabolical League of Awesome, and welcome to Fan Service. I got totally tongue-tied there. I totally blame you, Death. I totally blame you.
And your point is?
You're an ass.
You're welcome.
So welcome to Fan Service, our geekly weekly talk show. I can't talk at all. This is going to be lots of fun, I take it. I am joined by, of course, the idiot Death.
Idiot.
Yeah,
Look who's talking with the tongue-tied self.
Yeah, you can't even talk either. This is going to be really fun tonight.
Hey, this is effective, so I want to get inocculated.
Yeah. And we have Legend Larry and Matilda.
Hi.
So, as y'all know, we come down here each week from the moon to broadcast this fun show to y'all so you can watch us do what we do. And we start each week with the Geek Week news.
Yay.
So we have some really funny stories this week that I really think are interesting. Yes, Pyro. What? Lance. Oh, Lance Sidewinder's on the phone.
Awesome.
Yay.
Okay, so this week's Geek Week stories. This one's for Pyro, totally. Sidewinder. Hello. You might need to turn our audio up to him. It's the top red button on each of our mics because I don't think he can hear us.
Hello?
Hi. Oh.
Hi.
My skull ears. Ah.
You have ears? You're freaking the Grim Reaper.
Quiet.
What?
What's going on, man?
What's up? What's that? What's up, man? You make fun of us. Stop talking. What's up,
It's
man?
contagious, man. I'm telling you. Blah.
We're having a problem talking today. So, Geek Week news. All right. This one is specifically for Pyro.
Yay.
So the Lego feature-length movie has a title and a plot. It's not very original. Hey, you might want to turn off your computer, Sidewinder.
What's that?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us okay?
I'm having trouble hearing you guys.
Okay, Pyro, you need to turn up the top red button so he can hear us.
Pyro.
Hello, hello? Okay, we're going to keep talking while they work on that.
Alrighty.
So the Lego movie. It's officially called Lego, the Piece of Resistance. So what's the plot? A minifig is confused for something called the Master Builder and must stop an evil villain from gluing the Lego world together.
Gluing it together. Awesome.
Which, I don't know about any of you out there, but have you stepped on a Lego?
Yes.
It's not fun. So I'm all for the villain gluing the Lego world together. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because like a trip hazard, cut yourself. It's like, my
That's
God.
some sharp Legos if you're cutting yourself on them.
No kidding. Well, especially if you're having to run on top of it instead of walking.
But then what's the point of having Legos if you can't take them apart and then make something else?
You obviously not stepped on Legos.
They
We
hurt.
need to get a set and then make a step
Yes,
on it.
we're going to cover your room in Legos. You're going to have to walk across them to get to anywhere.
Yay.
And you're going to see how much not fun it is. I know you've got robot feet, but honestly, you're going to feel it. I promise you.
Okay.
Sidewinder, have you stepped on Legos?
Unfortunately.
See? So that's the point of the Lego movie. And still talking about Legos, you know they make those off-brand of Legos, right? Like Mega
Mega
Bloks.
Bloks, yeah.
And there's this other one called Best Builder, apparently. And they have the Stargate license somehow. Somehow Paramount said, yes, let's let this really bootleg place make some really bootleg Legos based on Stargate SG-1. Now, they look really cool, but they don't stick together. Well, I know they don't stick together because I've seen them. Pyro has a few of them that he likes to throw at people. They don't stick together, but it says they work with all of them, but they don't. They don't do it at all, but it's Stargate Legos.
People are still going to get them.
I'm going to have to go fix that for them during the video.
Yeah, the gremlins are attacking.
Grandma's attacking. Oh. I thought we
So,
got rid of
yeah,
them.
Stargate. Weirdest freaking license to go to a bootleg company ever. Like, I don't understand. You know, Lego says they have to have licenses that are kid-friendly, but they've got adult sets that cost like $300. Or how Pyro went and got that giant Star Destroyer that costs like $500.
The Death Star?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's
No,
like the
no,
Star
no.
Destroyer.
Oh.
One of
The-
the big Star Destroyers, like this long.
Yeah, 8 foot. Literally.
It's like
super. No,
500
and not Star
bucks.
Destroyer. Super Star
Yeah.
Destroyer.
And so you're not telling me that's for kids.
Exactly.
No kid is going to buy that.
No.
I'm sorry, Pyro got it for
wow.
$380. He got it on discount. Anyways, so Stargate Legos. They're kind of fun, but they're really bootleg, so I'm really worried. And they're only available in Canada. What does that say?
Well, let's take a road trip.
That's really odd because that is a huge franchise.
It is. It's a huge franchise, and Canadians are getting it.
Okay.
Now, I think when Sidewinder gets back from his super secret mission, I'm going to send him to go get us some. What do you think? You
You
know,
can buy your own damn Legos.
yeah, because Canada is very dangerous territory for someone like him.
I guess it can be.
All right, so we're going to talk about Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles movie. Everyone remember the rumors about that?
Let's dive in the water.
If there are like not making turtles with aliens, I'm not gonna watch that.
Well, the script got out. And before Paramount could pull a bunch of cease and desist orders, every single person, what are you doing at Hoparo? Go away.
I'm trying to tell me something.
Fine, tell her. Okay, so every single person that got to read the script before it disappeared didn't finish it because it was literally that bad. It was vulgar. It was raping our childhoods, apparently. Like Shredder was some sort of military general now. That bad.
So were they aliens?
Yes, they were aliens.
Not gonna watch it.
No, that's why they now that it's come out, people have read it. They know that's why it's dead in the water, because no one would watch it. No one would watch it. It's on the verge of Garbage Pail Kids movie almost, or that original Fantastic Four movie done by that dude Roger Corman, where they all like lived in a house. I watched that movie. It was bad. Okay, so from that, we're gonna talk about who saw episode 1 in 3D. Seriously, people? Did you not get on the shuttle when we came down to watch that?
No.
Sorry, you sent me somewhere else.
Yeah, because I got to get rid of you somehow. Anyways,
And you said you also told Bunny to come after me.
yeah, 2 and 3 come out this next year, and September and October respectively, which is kind of good because it was fun. But that means we're gonna get Empire Strikes Back that much sooner in 3D. I want to see Hoth in 3D.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
I want
I would.
Hoth in 3D because you know it's gonna be awesome. Sidewinder, did you come with us to see episode 1 in 3D?
No, I didn't.
See, this is my memory problems. I can't talk and I can't remember things. I could have sworn we all got in the shuttle, but maybe I was just with Clyde and High or something. I really don't know.
Well, that's probably why you forgot.
Could be why I forgot. So I'm kind of excited about that because it is pretty awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lord Comet.
And now Lord Comet's on the phone.
Hello.
Okay, so we have one more thing for our Geek Week news before we start. I can't talk again, I'm going to kick you.
It's not my fault.
The new Star Wars series, Star Wars Detours. Did y'all watch the videos?
I saw him. Yeah.
It's like super deformed Star Wars characters with an attitude. It's like, it could be funny. It's like, because maybe our Robot Chicken people, but honestly, we've already got a cartoon. We've already got Robot Chicken doing that. Do we need another comedic Star Wars series?
Well, I looked at it and I was kind of laughing at some parts of it. It's almost like they put much just a little bit different with it. It's almost the same universe. It's different from Robot Chicken versus not, claymations all animated. It's tongue-in-cheek jokes.
Which I totally get that, but I want my live action series already.
Yeah, this is almost like if I got to wait a little bit longer for that, I wouldn't mind this, but it depends how long, because even those jokes get old. I was like, I can look at the cartoon, was chuckling some of the stuff, but it's like...
But they're like, because the ones they're like a minute-long skits.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch a whole 15 or 30 minutes of those back-to-back.
Well, I watched 3 of them back-to-back, all 3 of them, what I could, and I was like, it's kind of funny, it's kind of, ha-ha, I'll laugh at it, but it wasn't busting the gut. And I was like, if you give it a choice, if it's going to be like this, like a series, leading up to a live series, maybe. But if I'm not getting the carrot in, yeah, I wouldn't want to watch this. I'm like, looking at this, okay, I'm bored. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, so that's our Star Wars views. Have you seen it, Matilda?
No, I have not.
You're missing something, but you're not. Like, it looks like it could be funny, but honestly, I'm just kind of tired of the jokey Star Wars. I like to get back to serious Star Wars.
Is it covering the new stuff, like the new Clone Wars?
It's
series
covering
at
everything.
all,
Like
or-
Princess
Everything.
Leia's a little spoiled brat.
Yeah. Like, she has her big old buns, she sits on a thing and knocks somebody over. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's, I hate to say it, it's kind of like Family Guy type of humor, and I'm so sick of Family Guy type of humor.
That's the best way to describe it. It's almost like that. It's like Family Guy, but you toss a Star Wars theme on it.
Well,
So,
how many years have they been doing the parodies of these
a
films?
lot,
'Cause
and
you
it
have
seems like
Spaceballs
all
and-
they can do.
Yeah, it's that the horse is dead. Stop whipping it.
Comet seems to agree.
You got Family Guy and for Star Wars, but you actually did have Family Guy, Star Wars, 3 of them to be exact.
And that's
They
really
were
all it needed.
funny somewhat.
I actually loved that I liked the Family Guy parody of Empire Strikes Back, just like I loved Empire Strikes Back the best of the trilogy.
Yeah.
It was really weird, but
I'm
that's
so
what I
sick of
liked.
Family Guy.
The Empire Strikes Back was not directed by George Lucas. Is the reason it's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all geeks. We know that.
Yeah.
So, speaking about why we're geeks, that's tonight's topic. Our topic tonight is why we're geeks. And we're going to start talking about, a few reasons on why we're geeks. And then we have a video to show. But really quick, Sidewinder, why are you a geek?
You want to bug on me first, huh?
Yeah, of course.
I would say it's kind of backwards there, really. It's that we like what we like, and it just happens to be that 99.9% of what I like falls under what the rest of the world defines as being a geek.
So,
But
what was
the label sticks.
then what was the moment for you that you knew you were going to be a geek for the rest of your life?
Well, the fact that I was very unapologetic about the fact that I like most sci-fi, I enjoy anime, and I'm a vast comic book reader, and I make no apologies for that.
Okay, what about you, Comet? When was the point you realized you were going to be a geek?
When I saw Star Wars in the movie theater, it was like, yep. And I decided to make me a lightsaber when, later on in college. I didn't pan, but it's all good.
See, we have to wonder about Lord Comet in his room because he has nothing to do besides, therapy the undead. But we hear he's making a jetpack.
Yes, I am.
So-
In fact, it's inspired by Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi. So,
Now, you got to admit that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool.
yeah, it's actually a real jetpack, man, I assure you. But it's still in the working phases. But it's real.
What about you, Matilda? When did you
As-
realize you were going to be a geek?
Probably when I was at a screening in Austin of The Evil Dead 2 in a theater, and everyone knows all of the words,
Nice.
and I'm doing the words just along, and I was little.
How old were you?
I was probably 7 or so.
And you knew all the words to Evil Dead 2?
Yeah.
That's some dedication right there. I just know this is my boomstick. And from Army of the Dead, lady, you got real ugly. That's like my favorite line from Army of Darkness right there.
Or the best one, Hail to the King, baby.
Yeah. So what about you, Legendary? When did you realize you were going to be a geek?
Pretty much almost, I want to say with Lord Comet, but it was mostly what I saw was my first Star Wars film. It wasn't Star Wars, was Empire Strikes Back. And I actually saw that at a drive-through movie. That
Yeah.
was,
Drive.
And when the movies wasn't costing you a fortune, and it doesn't cost you like $10 to get in, and $3,000 on the comestibles, and so on and so forth,
Yeah.
and your date cost you too.
Yep. But I went with my family, and it's like from that, I had an older brother that loved comics, so he was like getting I think it was X-Men, Iron Man, Spider-Man. So I got introduced to that, and like following him, it was Star Wars and the comic books that got me into being a geek.
Awesome. What about you, Death?
Well, since I was born into the LARPing type of thing, and yeah,
Death LARPs. Did you guys know that? Death LARPs.
yeah.
What do you LARP as? Death? I mean, what can you possibly LARP as? You're the freaking Grim Reaper, dude.
And that's for people who don't know what it is. That's live action role playing, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually did a whole episode about LARPing a few weeks ago, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
But I was
Hey,
just my flesh.
maybe he doesn't want to be the Grim Reaper all the time. Even he might need a break. Did you ever consider that?
No. Do you think I consider other people's feelings in our crew? No, I don't.
We have feelings.
It's all about me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the one who started it all.
Never mind.
So, all right, continue, Death.
But it's also because of all the animes, the sci-fis, and starting with Star Wars and Star Trek. So, going from there.
I think for me, it was the very first time I ever picked up the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man comic. What was it? Tormented was the story arc, and right next to it was a Starlog, and that's when I started looking, and I realized that there's so much more imagination and wonder in this world that people don't look at anymore. Yeah. They're too worried with their 9-to-5 lives, making money, having the cars, having this. They don't realize that there's a whole world of imagination and fun out there that they overlook every day because they can't fathom how to fit that into their schedules.
Well, I would say even further, it's like, people watching sci-fi movies and all that stuff. It's like going back to like tabletop RPGing, literally
Yeah.
going back old school. It's like, I'm getting to the point where it's like, I'm watching all these sci-fi films. So like, okay, this one looks like this one looks like that one, this one copied from another one. And it's like, they're almost all of them starting to look alike. And it's get to the point where I want something different. And it's like I'm playing a RPG called Shadowrun. That's totally a different universe. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not Cyberpunk. It's almost like a kit kibosh of all of them put together. So it's like I'm using my imagination when we're doing RPGs. So that's even more funner than actually watching the series.
Hey, Pyro, is that video ready?
The video is ready, but I need to let one thing though. The transmission coming from Sidewinder is a tad bit garbled.
So yes, Sidewinder's transmission is garbled, but he's in a very secret location that I cannot reveal at this point in time.
But could he do something on his end to make
It's these classic communicators Pyro made.
Well, yeah, he did make the communicators. Pyro says, hang up the communicator and call back, and we'll get back to you after the video. But
Hey, Pyro.
the reason I want to show this video is because there is a sense of wonder and technology and imagination that geeks and nerds can do that no one else can do. Science fiction. What are you pointing at?
He's pointing at Pyro.
Why are you pointing?
What are you trying to get back in there?
Don't point at him. He's going to play the video.
I was going to say one little thing.
What?
Okay.
That thing over there.
No, that
Fix
one.
it. No, it's that one over there. Or is that one?
Yes, that
No,
one.
we're fine.
It's that one. It's that one that needs to be fixed, as you can see.
See, you're pointing too much, man. You're
No,
over pointing.
we're good. We're good. Anyway, so this video really has me thinking about things like what happens when our science fiction becomes science reality. Because we're the ones that invented it, and we're the ones that are going to make it happen.
Yeah.
So this is a video from the 2045 initiative. Have you guys heard of them yet? It's been around for about a year, but it's genius level scientists working on our future. And if you don't know what it is, Pyro, you can start the video whenever you're ready. Just kill our audio because it's 7 minutes. I want you to watch this video, and we're going to talk about it in our future. Whenever you're ready, Pyro, kill audio. Let's do this.
Well, he's killing audio, right? Not us.
Everybody.
No.
Okay, fine.
Why do we have to keep talking? We
Because
don't want to.
Pyro's a little slower sometimes.
Because I want to live. That too.
Besides, don't you want to live?
We're going to live.
Okay.
All right, we ready? We're doing videos a little differently today than normal. Also, make sure you kill the phones until afterwards. You just turn that big red knob down. I guess Common hung up. Are we ready? Do you need me to come in there?
Yeah, where?
All right, I'm going to get this video started. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oops.
Bye.
We should probably talk about something while he's gone.
Yeah. Well,
Don't talk about me.
Oh, let's talk about him.
Yeah, how much?
Mr. Take away our phones.
Oh, can we get a camera on the chair, please?
I doubt that they'll be able to see the green glitter sparkles that you
Blue.
put on his
It's
chair.
blue glitter.
Is it
It's
blue
glitter.
glitter?
Yes.
Well, I
it's the
guess
green
it
chair with the
even
blue.
blends in so well with the green chair that it just looks green anyway.
Can we get camera on this, please?
No, it's not going to come up.
Yes,
Gus.
it will.
It's
Yes,
not
it will.
going to come up.
Yes, it will.
It's not
Yes,
gonna
it will.
come up. No,
Yes,
it's
it will.
not. No, it's not.
It will.
It will not. How much do you
Will.
want to bet? How much do you want to bet?
Bet your soul.
No, I never bet my soul. Plus, I don't have a soul because I'm a freaking robot.
Guess point. Did you not know?
How was I supposed to know?
It was on the memo.
I just told you. Yeah.
Because Bunny always keeps me distracted.
The world is on the verge of global change. The speed of data transmission has increased by multiples of millions. The rate of globally significant events and that of discoveries and crises is growing exponentially. Our civilization is like an uncaptained ship, sailing on rough seas with neither chart nor compass, all the while moving faster and faster. The time we have to make the right decisions is shorter and shorter. We are facing the choice to fall into a new dark age, into affliction and degradation, or to find a new model for human development and create not simply a new civilization, but a new mankind. Historic crises show that to break the deadlock, we need technological revolution. It is clear that today's revolution will also require the deepest social transformation. The world's community and leaders should encourage mankind, instead of wasting resources on solving momentary problems. To focus on the technologies of the future: nanotechnology, biotechnology, information technology, cognitive technology, genetics and robotics. Doing so will allow us to find new sources of energy, create fundamentally new architecture and transportation, allow unprecedented developments of human cognitive abilities, refine artificial intelligences, and brain-computer interfaces, simulate complex systems, create humanoid robots and cyborgs, and with the help of nanorobots, we may develop manageable matter. Find ways to transfer one's personality to an artificial carrier. Yet what we need is not just another technological revolution, but a new civilizational paradigm. We need new philosophy and ideology, new ethics, new culture and new psychology, and even new metaphysics. We must reset our limits, go beyond ourselves, beyond the Earth, and beyond the solar system. This is an adequate response to the challenges of our time. Thus, new reality and future man will arise. Could it happen spontaneously, by itself? Unlikely. Humanity does not have a master plan of its development. It seeks stability. It lives in the present and does not plan. It preserves the status quo and tries to escape development. It does not tend to map future centuries and take responsibility for evolution. In consumer society's culture, there is no evolutionary vocabulary and rhetoric. To break the deadlock, the Russia 2045 movement was founded. It is a mega project intended to reach new heights and meanings. We intend to create a new vector for civilization, aimed at constant human development and evolution. As happened with the mega projects of the last century, the nuclear and the space programs, we integrate the latest discoveries and developments from the sciences: physics, energetics, aeronautics, bioengineering, nanotechnology, neurology, cybernetics, cognitive science. May everlasting spiritual ideals and values help us avoid going astray. Our project will give new meanings to the millions of people on Earth, will become a result of their joint creativity, and will lead us out of the impasse. Away from the murder of nature and physical death, forward to the realm of freedom and creativity, to the depths of the ocean and to the stars, to the infinite universe of our inner world. Our forecast for the next 40 years. February 2012. Global Future 2045 Congress is held in Moscow. It is a debate platform for discussion of our civilization's prospects for development. 2012 to 2013, the global economic and social crises are exacerbated. The debates on the global paradigm of future development intensifies. New transhumanist movements and parties emerge. Russia 2045 transforms into World 2045. Simultaneously, the 2045.com international social network for open innovation is expanding. Here, anyone interested may propose a project, take part in working on it, or fund it, or both. In the network, there are scientists, scholars, researchers, financiers, and managers. 2013 to 2014. New centers working on cybernetic technologies for the development of radical life extension rise. The race for immortality starts. 2015 to 2020. The Avatar is created. A robotic human copy controlled by thought via brain-computer interface. It becomes as popular as a car. In Russia and in the world appear, in testing mode, several breakthrough projects. Android robots to replace people in manufacturing tasks. Android robot servants for every home. Thought-controlled avatars to provide telepresence in any place of the world and abolish the need for business trips. Flying cars. Thought-driven mobile communications built into the body or sprayed onto the skin. 2020 to 2025. An autonomous system providing life support for the brain and allowing it interaction with the environment is created. The brain is transplanted into an Avatar B. With Avatar B, man receives new, expanded life. 2025. The new generation of avatars provides complete transmission of sensations from all 5 sensory robot organs to the operator. 2030 to 2035, Rebrain. The colossal project of brain reverse engineering is implemented. World science comes very close to understanding the principles of consciousness. 2035. The first successful attempt to transfer one's personality to an alternative carrier. The epoch of cybernetic immortality begins. 2040 to 2050. Bodies made of nanorobots that can take any shape arise alongside hologram bodies. 2045 to 2050. Drastic changes in social structure and in scientific and technological development. All the prerequisites for space expansion are established. For the man of the future, war and violence are unacceptable. The main priority of his development is spiritual self-improvement. A new era dawns. The era of neo-humanity.
So
Wow.
that Matilda is like that's a bunch of malarkey, but it's not. It's an
Actually,
actual
it's not.
real thing it's been like a year and I've been talking about it. They're already doing it. And it was started by this Russian scientist, and the thing that has me the most excited is that's the science type of fiction we've been talking about and thinking about and writing about and participating in for fake really happening. And
Yep.
nobody's noticing.
Is it really
I am.
happening?
Of course, I fly, but
It
go
is
figure.
really happening. You can look it up like I did. It's been in Time,
I'm not
ABC,
saying
Forbes.
is the program real. I believe the program might be real, but is the stuff that they're talking about doing actually going to happen?
They must think it's going to happen because they started it.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's seriously genius level scientists doing this from all over the world.
Wow.
Yep.
It's possible.
I'm back. Anyone can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Sidewinder. Welcome back. So you were saying, Matilda?
It's possible that some of the things they're talking about could happen, but the time frame that they're talking about, I think, is a little too soon for that to be a really thing.
I don't think they just threw that time frame out because we've been sitting on an age of no real innovation for generations. There's a lot of things out there we don't know go on. We know because we're adventurers. We go find ourselves
Everywhere.
in the middle of it most of the time. But
Yeah, considering we're all, lazy and obese, that's why.
and Comment has a point, things like that video and that idea would never happen without geeks, without nerds, without the people who, I guess they're having all sorts of problems in there,
Yeah.
without the people who have that drive for something more, and that's what geeks are. We have that drive for something more. We believe that there could be better. I mean, that's the whole foundation of steampunk.
The idea, though, of making people basically last so much longer and putting people into an avatar body scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, being virtual, like what?
I
the
would
heck?
do it in a
Awesome.
heartbeat because
No.
because they're talking because you'd live forever. You could go through space.
Yes, but here's the thing, though.
I'm
could do
talking about
things-
everyone doing that and what that would do to the world
I
realistically.
have one thing to say.
What,
we
Pyro?
do have cloning technology. We can have clones of people, and that is the genuine future. But we don't have any clones of people yet. But it's been proven you can. You have cloned sheep.
Yes,
so
but
that's
they
a
don't
step in the
last
right
very
direction. And as far as geeks go, geeks create stuff like airplanes and whatnot, and geeks like me creates lightsabers, jetpacks for reals. And you gotta have the innovation and knowing what you want to create for the future for yourself or for other people, depending on how you want to be.
Yes,
What
Pyro.
were you gonna say?
All right. Everybody knows at the end of the video, nano-robot avatars that can turn into anything.
Yes, nanorobot
Is
avatars
anybody else
that can turn into.
thinking Transformers?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could be
Yeah.
Transformers in the future. Could you imagine how awesome that would be to be able to transform into a car or a jet and just go?
Okay, now that changes things.
Okay, I just saw the apocalypse happen.
Okay, hold on. That changes things. You're telling me I could be an Optimus Prime? Hell yeah, I'll do that. Heartbeat.
So, I mean, it's mind-boggling to think about something like that, and you have to take it in, but I would totally do it. because I would be able to see the far reaches of the universe, the things everyone takes for granted that we don't have we have to watch Star Trek and Star Wars to do. We can actually go do it.
What I would rather do than deal with the Avatar world, if it ever came to that, would be to ship off to another planet with my family and start over.
So says the texter.
So you would
All about the
marry
virtual
your family or
communication
something?
with you.
Hey, this is way beyond virtual communication.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's got so much promise, and it makes you think, what happens when our science fiction becomes reality? Because let's face it, as geeks, we've got some huge science fiction things we could go into.
More than meets the eye, Gab.
Exactly. Transformers. At the end of it, nanite robots that can make you look however you want. I'm going to totally rock Megatron, and I'm going to transform into a pistol and sit there. Someone's going to pick me up, I don't think so. Bam!
Real funny about Megatron, he keeps transforming into a pistol and landing in Starscream's hand. Go figure what he's going to do with it.
Yeah. So,
Seriously, he does.
I don't understand what he's saying. Like, I can't hear what he's saying.
what happens when science fiction becomes reality for us?
Because like him, Starscream.
Well, there's a transition period, a slower period of growth.
Speak up in
And
this
so
thing.
what's actually needed, just something like that, just having people be immortal and not scared of consequences. In reality, it's different than in science fiction. If it's something, experiments that they're doing in a lab, that's one thing, and making the technology and using that to help the world and make systems better, but having that technology then be available to every single person in the world.
So you think people would go crazy with it? We'd really have Decepticons versus Autobots.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like to a point, but we always got to consider. We always want to live forever. There's always the, you don't want to live with your 100-year-odd mortal coil. Once you remove that,
Yep. The one thing I'm looking at is seeing the whole project. First thing popped in my mind, Ghost in the Shell. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost becoming reality. It's like, well, I don't know if that's good or bad.
First thing that came to my mind was Skynet. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I personally think the will of the soul, though, if you have the ghost, but it's not the soul, because a human has soul and a robot with a thing on the shelf does not. That's my personal
Can you
thought.
guys hear me?
Yes.
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 I'm trying to wonder. The same thing seems to be going in and out.
Sorry, it's Pyro's communicators.
Yeah, you mentioned about
And
it.
besides, Pyro's
Blame
controlling
him.
that room with gremlins.
So,
Sorry.
He doesn't have access to the Russian technology yet.
obviously not.
Burn.
Can I put my 2 cents here?
Yeah,
Real quick.
go ahead.
I'm with Matilda there. I mean, if anything, if nothing else, our science fiction writers that have inspired us have also done tons of these stories and stuff as warnings. As much as technology is fun and awesome, they try to warn us that there is a dark side to it. And something like what that 2045 did is awe-inspiring, but it does carry with some heavy consequences. And that's the question of, we might have the ability to do it, but should we do it?
Yeah. Skynet ring a bell?
I don't think anyone can just do it when they actually release it. They're probably gonna do hefty background checks and certain, restrictions to it. They're not gonna let Charles Manson or Jason Voorhees jump into a robot.
No, but
so
his-
how well that went
They
in
might
Jason
test
X.
it on them, though.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think computers have backgrounds there, Dad.
Well,
but they-
when they start this thing, they have the most noble intentions for it. And I honestly didn't think people going crazy. I did it when I was thinking about it, because I was thinking, I'm getting the hell off of Earth.
Yeah.
I am all for the pursuit of knowledge and making the world a better place, and even exploring the ocean, seeing what the hell is in there. Because honestly, the ocean scares the crap out of me because I don't know what the hell is in there.
Yeah. And it's right there. Like some giant freaking beast could just rise up out of the ocean and eat all of us like Godzilla. And we don't know because we can't go down there.
That is really scary to me, that we can see the space for so much more and explore so much more space and still not have the ocean completely explored.
That is kind of freaky.
I don't like going to the beach.
Yeah.
I don't go near
So you
there.
didn't want to deal with the giant squid.
But
Or jellyfish, which I kind of understand some of it. That stuff
Yeah,
hurts.
well, there's something they're calling the kraken, which lives in the deep part of the ocean. It's a very, very large honking squid. It is legitimately discovered, and it is delicious.
You ate the Kraken comet?
No.
I thought you just said it was delicious. Like, did you seriously eat giant
I
monster?
didn't mean it in the I will eat it sense. I mean it in the knowing of the knowledge sense, sir.
So, I think it's things like that, and being able to sit here and talk about this kind of fun. That's why we're geeks, because we can have this conversation that doesn't involve what you do at work today. And that's it. That's the whole conversation for some people during the day.
But I gotta say one thing.
Yep.
If they're gonna go with this, I want one thing before they even start any of this crap, even though they're doing it. I want my flying jet car, damn it.
It was in there. They talked about it. They're working on that too.
I
Flying
want that. If
freaking
they give me
cars.
that, then I might be receptive because I want to be
Wait,
like flying
you're
George
okay with
Jetson.
flying cars, which will probably be far more dangerous than putting yourself into a robot body?
Hey, as long as I have a backup, I'm all right with it.
Well, I mean, they could make a bug just go through and just crash everyone, or they can go, oh, in this part of your brain, if you ever tap into this, you will go and collapse.
Here's death. Of
Well,
course, bringing
the
death
human
into the
brain only
equation.
has
Hey,
working
there
at
is
10%
death in
capacity.
every
Imagine
part
if
of what
they
you're talking.
had people to ramp it to like maybe 25 or 35 or even better. So you can understand how that's going to be cool.
Well, I think the possibilities and that the geek world is finally coming to fruition because we have been stagnant for a long time.
Right. Let's
We
go to
had
the geek show. We
The
shot our ear.
Renaissance, the Industrial Age, and we've just been sitting here doing nothing.
Well, I would say at least for Star Wars, like we went through all 6 movies, we're done. There's none coming out. Star Trek, well, they're maybe going to reboot it. Haven't heard anything about a sequel of the new reboot they have.
No.
So
The only thing you're getting out of Star Wars is the Clone Wars, and you're lucky you get that.
Yeah.
And
So
the
I can personally
Legos.
attest you to that.
And then like
There was supposed to be a TV show, but that didn't take either.
Yeah, we talked about it in our Geek Week news because the new one's like a comedy, and I'm sick of comedies.
It's like, I'm looking at it this way.
That.
It's almost like there's not really a new show that's sci-fi, literally purely sci-fi.
We're just in this rut.
Yeah, and I'm
And
like,
it
I
drives me
miss that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the thing it is as far as Star Wars goes, if George Lucas ever released custody of it and, not squeezed it like a bloody stomp, maybe we could get some more Star Wars out.
Hopefully,
That's not like
the extended universe. Yeah.
So, and everyone that's watching this show is a geek as well. So by all means, call us. So put the phone up on the phone and let us know what you think because there's so much to our lore and it's starting to come true. Like, how long they have what? In Seattle, they have that group of superheroes. Have you read about them? They're just like buff vigilantes and they wear costumes, they go around and they do stuff. They stop criminals.
You're calling that one? It was something based on comic book. I can't remember the name of it. After
But they're real, and they're doing that. They're living this. They're making a reality out of the things that they like. And it's awesome. Granted, they're not flying and web swinging and stuff like that, but still.
the thing that was called Kit Kat. It was on a movie. It was based on a movie that was based on a comic that was based on something real.
Yeah, that was kind of the whole
Sorry,
purpose
I
of
forgot.
Kick-Ass.
I was trying to get up there.
But they really happen up in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's like a whole gang of them. They're like the Justice League of Vigilantes or something. They all have code names, and they all have costumes, and they go out and they stop crime. And the cops just allow it because they're actually helping. But sometimes they get a little rough and rustle, and they've had some altercations in jail time, but still, that's happening. We've got robot future happening. The robot apocalypse is coming. We all know it's coming.
I'm going to build a bunker.
And then we have our flying comet going to be coming in sooner or later, so that's going to be lots of fun to watch.
Jetpacks. I mean,
Yeah.
and you're right, the flying car, like when you went back to the 50s, they had such a hope and a promise, and that was the whole basis of our modern geek culture. The hope and promise of the future. Like, I wrote an article, last year called The Disease of Steam about steampunk. When I finally realized what steampunk was. And it's because somewhere along the line, the world forgot to advance itself, to be creative, to have fun. What if we had a Jules Vernean future? What would it be like? That would be awesome. That's the whole thing about steampunk. Yeah. Now, what if we have a Terminator future? What if we all do go crazy into robot form?
Skynet, anybody?
But what are we going to do?
How about we just make a virtual reality game where we can have people plug into whatever world that they want to and not make it inflict it on everyone else and all the other people.
So you
want
to create the Matrix?
Yeah.
No.
Basically,
Voluntary,
yeah.
like a
well,
game.
I don't want anywhere near
Okay,
Keanu
dot
Reeves,
hack
though.
psi. There you go.
Yeah.
Like in Red Dwarf, they had this little delusion, they had the crew members on the Red Dwarf, and they had a delusion where they were actually in a video game, and they woke up as different people, and it's a game that you play into, and they were in it for 4 years. So if you
Yeah.
really want that, and you can really believe it and imagine it and be locked in the game for however long you want, but if there's actual avatar people, which I just don't see happening in my lifetime, I do admire the drive, but I don't see it happening
Right.
before I die. But if you have people with those indestructible bodies and being immortal, what about the other people who choose not to do
I
that?
mean, that's your choice.
But what do you think is going to happen to those
Yeah.
people?
They're going to
Well,
die.
they kind of die.
They're just going to die.
Yeah, but you know how that goes. There's gonna be politics. There's gonna be some to protect those people and stuff. And it's like it's never gonna go through because there'll be some always blocking it.
That's the
If I had a
problem.
robot body, I'd sit around and sit on my foot and scratch it. Are you kidding me?
That's all Colin would do. I'm not even going to lie. You know, you just sit there going,
It's like like my jet car. There's gonna be somebody. Oh, I don't want to float over my head because I have a phobia of it. I don't want to land on me. There's gonna be a rule against that, so I won't be flying over the city. It's like, come on, people.
You
Just let
know,
some
it's-
improvement
it's
go.
funny
Another thing is, if I get a robot body, I'm going to make it look like, some built, gym dude, like 6'6", really huge honking body and not the current physique I'm running with. So, I'm going to go like a gorgeous physique that ladies will love.
well, that's funny because Sidewinder would totally go with like a chick with big boobs for his avatar.
But honestly,
Oh,
if we get to the
nice.
point-
Put up.
Right?
Oh, I forgot about the phone
I'm
again.
going to be back there in a little over a week, right?
All right. So, Matilda.
I have a point to make with that. If we get to the point where we're in avatar bodies and we just have our brains and we're immortal, you really think we're not going to be to the point where we're not going to have an orgasm button? So I don't really see the need for sex at that point.
I never thought about that.
And if you do have sex as a robot avatar, do you have a toaster as a baby or what?
And what's the point of procreation if everyone's immortal?
Yeah.
Well, it's about the.
Because it's sex. It's great. It's something we all enjoy. Never mind.
Again,
I was going to say,
button.
we're all people, but
Dude, we're
Colin
gonna
would
be.
totally have like a whole harem of
You know
sex
what though?
bots.
That's gonna be almost like you actually pull up a Star Trek Next Generation reference. We become Qs. That's without the unpump power, just be immortal.
I think the whole idea behind the
I'm
robot
more of a G myself.
future. That's funny. Is that it would we would advance our civilization by the quest of knowledge instead of the quest for power and things.
Well, that's the idea. It's almost
that's-
like
Behold,
Idealistic.
DLOA, the quest for...
Not the realistic.
How is it not how is it not idealistic?
It is idealistic. I'm saying it's not realistic.
Oh, realistic. Sorry. My words are flubbing out. How is it not realistic?
You're using big words wrong, Gavin.
You know that doesn't go well with me.
yeah. But I agree because almost like the situation, somebody has to let loose of the power to do one thing or another. Because say they want to switch us into those avatars. Who's gonna be paying for those avatars? There's gonna be rights when we are those avatars.
Actually, it's going to be about the cost of a car is what they're estimating to do it. But you
So
see,
they
you see,
say.
this is our future that we read about and love reading about and love experiencing in comics and stories, and we're hesitant. So what happens when the world really does get a superhero? Are you going to be hesitant about that as well?
Only if it's
Well, you also
No.
wonder about if the superhero goes south, such as, getting, power hungry, and say, well, I'm superpowered. What do I worry about? The law? I'll just go around doing whatever the heck I please, violating women, taking over the world and stuff like that. It can happen. Look at Superman. He's a prime example of what happens when you go up and down in your career.
Well, see, you just went against your own point by saying, what if there was a superhero that did that? Because if we're all avatars and being immortal, then we're all going to be superheroes. So we're not going to be held to any kind of...
Like, let's say
Yeah,
So
really.
it's happens like tomorrow. Okay.
and there was a superhero. Yes.
Yeah. I think you missed one odd thing, though, that was hit on several times in that video. Yes, they talked about the advance in technology, advancing our horizons as humans and everything, intellect and everything. But they also mentioned about our spiritual side. We're supposed to keep that from happening. We need to grow as a race in our values, who we are, our ethics.
Yeah.
That needs to grow along with our intellect, or we do end up as the Qs.
And see,
Or we can just be replaced by dishwasher washers, so go figure.
and Sidewinder totally has a point. And when you look at a community that's the best prime to do that, it is the geek community. Because we have that sense of community. And granted, some of us can go crazy at times, but it's not like we're...
Nerds have the highest rate of kill people in the world because previous experience, bullyism and stuff like that. So be careful with the geek community because when they're bullied when they're younger, they come back and kill people. So be very careful. But
However, but that's like something that's becoming part of the past. Geekdom is becoming very mainstream, and it's very healthy for it because it's bringing back that sense of wonder to the world.
Yeah, because actually now,
geek girls are real hot.
Yeah, and
We're not talking about geek girls coming. Get your damn mind out of the gutter.
I had to say though, he has a good point though. I mean, bring your point in because it helps out. The geek girl, I was about to mention that he just stole my thunder a little bit. But back in the day, it wasn't appropriate to be a geek girl. Now that's more mainstream now.
I never agreed with that.
But
Matilda, did you agree with the fact that you couldn't be a geek girl when you were growing up?
I honestly felt pressure to act like I was a complete idiot most of the time growing up.
Yeah.
Well, you are a pawn.
He just said you're hot. Sidewinder, you gonna put up with that?
He said I am a blonde. That's what he said.
I thought he said you were hot.
I thought I heard
he said
hot
I'm
too.
A blonde,
We're just having a day today, man.
No, but it goes back to my point though. It's like, back in the day, you men act like men. We didn't play with toys. Girls act like girls, didn't play with computer stuff. You're a man. You worked hard, did stuff. Now it's like, it doesn't matter. Open book. Okay, all right, woman coming in. Now it's a book for them. And it's like that. We're already advancing as the video is talking about, and what we're doing right now as geeks. I think I want to say more is like more girls are coming out of being just geeks, and I was like, it's more or less not really a thing, but if you like it, you're more than welcome to enjoy it now versus being, in the closet geek. You come out of the closet, the best way to describe it.
Closet geek girls. I can't fathom it.
There's some. It's like, but here's the thing though. It's like it's kind of hard to find that Star Wars chick that wants to fight with you with lightsabers. I would love to find one, but most of them are already taken.
Nothing wrong with being a geek. Back in the past, it was a very big problem because you were ostracized for it. But now, geeks are totally chic people. Yeah. Like it, live it, love it, deal with it. If you don't like it, get the hell out of our place.
So, Matilda, you were saying?
First, I would like to say that, yes, I have blonde hair, kind of. It's actually blonde red, but I don't dye it. This is freaking real. I do not dye it blonde. So I think that there's a difference between dyed blonde people and actual blonde people. But thank you. But no.
Should we go what you were going to say after that?
Yes.
It's contagious today. Yeah. So as geekdom becomes more mainstream and it's more accepted, we get possibility futures like that. So what would be the possible next step in our future and technologies that you would really love to see outside of robot apocalypse?
I would really like to see just incredibly smart people in think tanks being funded so that they can come up with whatever they want. Because what
would you want them to come up with?
It depends.
What would you personally want them to come up with?
You mean like as far as anything could happen and have them come up with anything? Well, I do really like the food replicators.
Oh, yeah.
And also, this is actually a dangerous thing, but something that's very interesting to me. And like in the TV series Dollhouse, where they have the chair and you can basically imprint people with knowledge, that is something that would be potentially awesome, but also dangerous, is to be able to just scan knowledge into your brain. However much at a time.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would love that because for me, I'll be like, okay, give me most of the languages, German. I want to learn German, French, Spanish. Just give me the languages. I want to go visit these places.
I know Kung Fu.
That too. Like, I want to be able to say that.
So, Sidewinder, what would you like to see come out of the geek world for the future?
Better medical diagnostic equipment, stuff more like in Star Trek. We're still pretty much in the Stone Age when it comes to our medical technology right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Comet, what about you?
The next step, the mutant details such as like Xavier and stuff like that, I would love to see the human evolution go that direction. That will make one heck of a deal for me. Because I'd love to see people flying around and not requiring a jetpack to do it.
Now, how long before people go fly around and they start running to each other because they're too busy texting?
Give it about 20 minutes after the 10 years.
At the same time. That's kind of dangerous considering going about 700 miles an hour and then you look up and smash into a building. That's kind of bad.
What about you, Death?
Let's see. What would I want?
That's genius.
Would it be weapons you can actually hit people with but not kill them?
No, actually, I still want to.
In my particular business, if you run into somebody with my jetpack, you're going to kill them and you and probably people in the immediate vicinity. So you have to be very careful.
That's what you get with atomic jetpacks.
Yep.
It's not atomic, I assure you. It's more fusion. But anyway, that's beside the point.
All right, Death, what about you? What would you like to see come out of the future from the geek world?
I can't say anything, as I'm already dead, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Well,
What
what
if
if you're
bother
alive?
talking to you sometimes?
I think he wants the apocalypse so he'll have more minions.
Thank you.
Yeah, but then what's he going to do after that? When the apocalypse comes, what are you going to do? You've already conquered the world. What are you going to do then?
Shut down all the robots and have fun with them.
Oh, please. I think I'd like to see 3D printing take off to a better form because it would be awesome to be able to like buy something online and print it at home with 3D printers because they're really cool looking and they do really fun stuff and you can make awesome things with it. But then of course you get the I'm going to go shoot up my post office, let's make a gun with my printer type of things. I think that'd be really fun, but I would really, as dangerous as it sounds, because we've done this before, we're not going to go there, Death. Break that boundary between the spiritual and the reality world. What exactly is there?
Well, the God particle was they've just recently been working with that and actually discovering that, or what they're calling
What's the God particle? Hey, real quick, is the end ready? Is it rendered?
The end is ready, but I have one thing. I like how none of you have actually touched on interstellar travel.
Yeah, space travel would be awesome too. Pyro says space travel, but
Yeah.
he travels through time, so that's like nothing for him.
Yeah, I'm doing jetpacks only right now. I am not looking to go into space yet.
So, and he has a point. Space travel would be awesome, but she had the better point. Ocean travel. What is down there? It's right there.
It's really creepy.
Yeah, jetpacks for air travel, not for underwater sea traveling. Sorry.
And there's so much that could happen, and that video with the robot future just happens to be the first thing they're working on.
Yeah.
And they can totally do it. Otherwise, they would not have started this. And they would not have all this backing. They would not have formed their own form of government, which makes it not sound right. But it's just they wouldn't have these conferences. The next one's next year in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, how about if you want underwater stuff? Have you tried playing a Bioshock? Maybe we could do something like that.
If we had a Bioshock feature, I would be so plasmited up. You guys would be screwed.
Not me.
Not you, but I'd be throwing bees and everything at you, man.
No, but while they're doing this main project, while on a side group, just go out and just go for the underwater part to where we know what's
Well,
under.
that's the point. Those things, when you are in a robot form, could actually be able to do that.
Yes, but I'm also saying, like, for right now, since we're all curious about what's going on underwater more than space,
Well,
why don't we just do something like that?
That's probably maybe who knows about. There could be some people want to go in space, not water. So
Like-
they're all different divisions.
Or
It
make it
seems
a universal.
backwards, though. The technology. So first, you get the avatar with the brain, and then we go and discover these things that should have already been discovered.
Because there's no limits to it. Our human bodies have the limits. Well, that's why we can't go down.
But there's always more humans popping up.
So you just want to, like lemmings, let's go explore the ocean.
Push, get in there.
This
Look
whole
for it.
progression
No.
of people dying as they get to that point
I'm
where their body
talking about-
implodes.
No. You know that there's going to be still idiots, even if they're in an avatar body, going into the ocean and getting stuck and still dying, even if they are immortal.
We're going to totally have a future like
Yeah, and
Idiocracy.
never underestimate the power of the human stupidity.
Yeah, find the endless pits.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
reset.
we'll find the endless pit to fall into as a robot, and I will fall forever in a robot body going, what's going on up there? Am I ever going to hit the bottom? No.
No, it's like just going like,
Yeah.
so.
Can't think stupid.
That's why we're geeks, because we like to be able to think about a better future that can actually be done, and now things are going to start to happen where they can actually be done.
Yeah.
And it's a badass time to be a nerd and a geek and a gamer and all that stuff, because it's at that point now where we're going to rule the world.
We
and it's
already
going to be
do.
awesome. I don't know about you, but it will be awesome.
Yeah, we're the geek. We're here. You're end of story.
So, Sidewinder, do you have any last comments?
Say again?
Do you have any last words to say?
Well, if we already rule the world, I want my piece. Can I get like Belgium or something?
Maybe.
Let's see. The geek world is here to stay, and we're all part of the same, community. And back in the day, it was very, very horrible to be it. But now, geek is totally chic, people. And I'm just gonna say, rock it.
So we're about out of time. Thank you guys for watching, and catch everything of past episodes, all our news on diabolicalleague.com. It's
Boo! boobs.
over on that side somewhere. And it's not a show unless Comet talks about boobs. I want to thank you guys for talking about this, and it was a lot to talk about. We will not have a show next week because it's a holiday, so enjoy your time away from us.
Aw.
You're going to be
Oh, don't
fiending.
forget the virtual porn.
Why are we talking about torture porn?
Vir-
Okay,
virtual-
What?
Virtual porn.
Oh, okay.
torture porn. Okay, we're not going to listen to comments because we're about out of time. So, when we come back in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about Saturday morning memories, our favorite cartoon moments and things like that, because there's this whole fun thing about that.
Oh, goody.
Visit us online. You can come be in our studio audience. You can book online, have all sorts of fun. It's on the website, DLOA events. See where you can see us, where we go out and about. We're lots of fun things happening. We're going to have a great time. So, sometimes I wonder why we lock him in his room. This is why. The look on Matilda's face, she's like, what the hell is
If he
going on
was here,
here?
I'd punch him in the face by now. A few times.
Ow.
Such violence.
I know.
Ow.
Right?
It's a way to get people to learn.
Anyway,
People learn?
we will
Since
see
when?
you guys in 2 weeks. We got to get ready to go back to the moon because you guys have been waiting far too long. Something's probably exploding.
Well, there's no death count yet.
I want you.